Greetings everyone, my name is Utterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In this live stream, I'll cover the 6 remaining levels that are part of the Super Mega Man Maker Collab by Darkness and Friends. I covered all the regular ARM stages back in episode 417, so I decided to reserve this evening live stream for the remaining 6 stages. And as a quick reminder to you all, this will be a notably shorter stream. I don't feel 100% ready for a longer level pack, so I decided to save this for this. Next week I'll do probably Snivy's level pack, but we'll see. So let's continue on to the secret stage, Cyberman, with 27 plays and a score of 6. So welcome to the stream Lapatio, Christian, Pixel Boy, Leonardo, YouTube, Jedok, Mr. Lee, and all the lurkers around the other servers and sources. Remember, I'm only covering levels from this level pack tonight. Any levels submitted on now or in the Discord server will not be covered tonight. Just these 6 levels. So sorry, Proto. Your levels will be covered next Saturday. And as a reminder to you all again, a week from now, during Saturday evening, I will be covering Snivy's level pack. Yep, this level pack was a collaboration effort by Darkness and several other friends. I covered the regular ARM state. I covered the first 8 ARM stages in episode 417 about a month or so ago. And I'm just finishing up the rest. Thanks to the enemy, I can tell which one was real or not. Oh, that was a close one. This stage was designed to be tougher than the previous ones. And it's notably tougher. I mean, the previous 3 stages were about as difficult as the stages from Mega Man 11. This, on the other hand, yikes. Oh god, Proto. It may have gotten lost in the shuffle. Please resubmit it then with the NSF file, and I'll make sure to cover it first thing next Saturday.
Thank you.
I'm getting so much mileage from using this. Tippy taps. Holding right. Damage boosting for fun and profit. Brant, send me here. Holding right doesn't work all the time. That one man is becoming the MVP for Wily. Already died 4 times in a stage, 3 in that one screen alone. So I have to jump to the left then. Yeah, they're not very Kaiser-esque. What? Again, the engine is not working in my favor today. See what I mean? 5 deaths on... 4 or 5 deaths on the screen alone, all due to stupid reasons. I wish I had the other thing instead. Here's what I was supposed to do. Just go to the left. Get me true. Ah, no more firewalls to worry about. I didn't pay attention to what was fake or not, so I decided to damage boost. Alright, 7 deaths in total, 5 in that one screen alone. That wasn't intended to be the hardest screen of the stage, but it ended up being. Like I said, engine's not working in my favor today. It's intended to be a harder stage, and it succeeded at that. All the firewall deaths are my fault. So I accept them. Now, with the 8 Roadmasters and the Secret Roadmaster defeated, it's time to go through the Wily stages, starting off with Wily 1, Defensive Rush, with 23 plays and a score of 3. Ironically, not as painful as making those jumps with the fans. Okay, now we're forced to play his base. I didn't originally play his base because he doesn't have access to double jumping. To be honest, sometimes I wish I had double jumping over the dashing. One of the reasons why I love to play his base with double jumping is because you can easily course correct if you make a mistake. Especially if a button is dropped. Speaking of which, more fire to worry about. Why not, YouTube? I don't get the problem with that. Oh, now I see. It depends on the setups though. Okay. Thankfully, Vice Slash to make my life a bit easier. Thoughts on D&D? I don't know, I never played it, but it was super influential to many other games in general, so I'm thankful it exists. Hello, Magnet. That's... That's not impossible. I played plenty of games where you have to defend yourself in a wave fashion. The only issue would be an abundance of shielded enemies, but this doesn't have it. Wait, I see a hole up there. Nope, no goodies. Wasn't quite fast enough. Dash jumping. No checkpoint, of course, because it's a further stage. The main difficulty of this stage, controller. Like I said, the engine simply doesn't want to cooperate with me today. So randomly buttons will fail to register properly. Thankfully that won't happen tomorrow. I was probably next to the checkpoint after that screen, which is why I'll just be using Ice Slasher quite a bit now. Kind of wish I had a more spammable weapon. The only really spammable weapon I have in my arsenal is either the Scramble Thunder or a Silver Tomahawk, but they're not exactly straightforward to use. Commando Bomb is also fair enough. Again, dashing failed to work. Nope. It's not necessarily controllers. The same problem happens with keyboards of Patio. The problem is the engine. The way to fix it would be to upgrade the engine or just swap to something else. That's my biggest gripe with the game, unfortunately, and why I'd only give it like its almost good rating. Which is a shame because I like the ideas and executions of many levels. It's just that the engine itself which sours the entire experience. And the sad thing is, there are fan games from several years ago which don't have these issues. It's gotten to the point where I'm blaming... It's gotten to the point where if a level is difficult, and I keep dying, and it's not precise enough, I blame the engine. Could be worse though, at least this time I can freeze it. Ah, exit was right over here. It's alright, Patio. So the green stage has been completed. Which is a shame because I like the stage design. I like the ideas for it. Oh, alright. Do you have a weakness? Well, I guess not. This is still easier than the stage preceding it. Just need to defeat one to defeat the other. Definitely a rush in the firewall sections. Next up is Skyline Blaze, with 16 plays and a score of 6. Now on to Proto Man. Next up is probably Mega Man. firewalls may be added in later. Compared with the previous stage, this already feels like a breather level to catch your breath. Roman does take double damage here, but at least we're not getting chased by instant death obstacles, and don't have to make more precise dash jumps. And good, these are synchronized, they can't desync. I like how we loop back to a stage like this. Going up the top and going down the chute. I saw a fire there. I don't trust myself, I'll ignore it. I should be using the bubble shield more. It'll protect me against the amount of projectiles the stage has. We had green before, now we have a more reddish color. Now we have a more reddish color. Now we have me dying. Green for base, red for Party Man. What's next? Blue for Mega Man? Color-coded for our convenience. I don't think they could... Of course, if we're going like color coding, then the first stage should have been yellow or brown, or both. Hang on a minute, can I skip this? No, I can't. Not as easily, that is. I will say that these are taking a step up in difficulty. Roadmaster stages for the most part weren't too bad, maybe outside one or two exceptions. The secret stage was harder than this, but it's supposed to be an optional bonus stage, so it makes sense. These stages are in between the Roadmasters and the optional stage. I mean, compared this to Wily 1, this was so much easier. I'd reorder the stages, but this first. Not quite high enough. I know the defensive mission there, but it's not that difficult. I mean, you do it at the start of the game, but you can't lose it. Can this block? Yeah, it can. GG. Slightly more difficult than the first Fortress boss, but marginally so. Now off to Wily Tree against the current, with 14 plays and a score of 4. Once again, they're in two different realms of difficulty. This one focused more on careful platforming, the previous one more on rushing. Yep, we're as Mega Man now. And as expected, the stage has a bluish-green color scheme. Color-coded for our convenience and all that. I don't think so, it's already different. Oops. Again, I could do this the fair way, the easy way, but I want to give some time to shine. Yeah, I could use that, but I don't want to circumvent all the challenges. Not this soon anyways. Hey Jaden, welcome to the evening stream. Thanks for the heads up, Mr. Lee. If you don't have it already... Oh, rats. Rats. If you don't have it already, Mr. Lee, I'll add the frequenter rule to you. The frequenter role to you. You deserve it by this point. Seriously. Those were all my fault. I'm not blaming the engine for that. And being good at that. Usually have trouble remembering stuff from that far back. Especially with all the videos I make on a day-to-day basis. Out of all the stages, I'm liking this the most. Kind of ironic considering that this is a water stage, but kind of ironic because it's a Wily tree, and usually the third stages of Wily fortresses have a curse on them, aka they tend to be the worst levels of the fortress levels, aka they tend to be the worst out of the fortress stages. That killer bullet placement. It's Wily Forest that doesn't have the Wily Tree Curse, but in general, the Wily Tree Curse is because in most Mega Man Classic games, the third Wily Fortress stage is the worst. Kinda wish there was a checkpoint closer by, but it's not too far back. Jumping out of the water messes up my inertia. Oh my goodness. That I'll blame the engine for. Now, I'm not blaming the controller, it works for everything else. Just not this game. In that case, I'll blame the game. Okay, made it past that jump. When in doubt, damage boost. It'll save your life. No, when I play platformers, I usually just play them with a controller. Especially when Let's Playing, as that produces much less noise. Oh goody. There are no checkpoints nearby yet. There's one. After Rise of Shaggy Army, I'm thinking of doing one more campaign after that, but I haven't decided yet. I'll probably be playing another indie game, an action-based one. After all, I purchased the bundle for Racial Justice on itch.io, and there are several thousand games from there, several of which are pretty interesting looking. Replace the word level pack with level in general. It's making these regular jumps a lot more scary to pull off. That's why I'm damage boosting so much. Because otherwise, I like the stage design. Oh. Oh, really? Come on, damage boost me, please. Thank you. How do I mash buttons so fast? I assigned two control buttons to fire. It doesn't work with all fan games, however. Plus, it has its own limitations. At last, we found a weakness. It's really more of a dodging match. It can, especially if you have longer campaigns. It's fun and all, yes, but I'd rather not play it more than in 2 to 3 hour bursts. Same with XCOM for that matter, or any game in that genre. That's not a negative side of the game, that's more to how it's designed. So on to Wily 4, Ghosts of the Past, with 18 plays and a score of 0. Despite all my complaining last week and the week before that, I am enjoying my playthrough of Wildemit. I may not have picked the best optimal setups, as if I knew them in advance, I would have played more defensively, or gone in with no mystics. I have legitimate gripes, but I feel they're more on the campaign than the game itself. As thanks to modding, there's a lot more flexibility available. Like for example, you could have 2 recruit spots per chapter instead of the 1. And in the future, I will edit down each chapter into its own episode. Don't worry about that. All the way from chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And many of the deaths and failures will be edited out in post. And I will add in some narration too. The waterway kinda sucked in Mega Man 5, so I'm glad to see it being more powerful underwater. Sure. Oh no, you. I mean, I was at an impasse there, so I'll do that next week then. Well, at least this time I'm doing it as Proto Man. The issue, it's Ring Man, and he deals double damage, and this arena is difficult. He was the hardest boss even in the original version I played through the stage. Ah, he's down. We got a checkpoint too. Hopefully it won't lag. Sometimes there's so much that can happen in one finger death punch that it lags the game. This is the part where it'd be better if I was playing as probably a different character. Can't quite make it. Yikes, that one placement. I think I'll go with one finger death punch. That's been put in the back burner for so long, and frankly it's easier than Cook Serve Delicious. Game won't kidding when this says hardcore. Suddenly the stages get much more difficult. I should have done this at Mega Man. Or base. You're not supposed to unfreeze. I don't... That is fair. Never mind. Okay, this time he froze. Jump! Oh my... Now, yeah. Not quite, it was too far. Yeah, the absolute hardest part That's my fault. Oh, I really wish I had rushed that, or was playing as base. I can make it, if everything aligns with me. Again, why did... That's straight up an engine bug. That should not happen if it's frozen. Don't worry, I'm just a bit frustrated. Because I otherwise like the stage. It's simply that this section is difficult and random engine bugs are destroying the fun out of it. This is why, I've said repeatedly before, I honestly like Magwell 2 over this, even if the level quality is worse. I don't trust it, I'm just going forwards. Absolutely the hardest part of this stage. Yeah, the levels are fine. Ah, I forgot about the hitbox. I forgot I jumped again. Mega Man Maker. An A-tier fan game with B- or C+ tier controls. My fault. And the sad part is, even though I was playing as Mega Man or base, some of the problems that still exist because... Sadly. Okay, we made it past without taking much damage. Everything aligned properly. That section was even harder than the firewalls. I'd pretty much reorder it or just straight up remove it. Of course, the problem is now I have to survive here. Okay, next set of rematches. That's not actually his weakness, but it's a secondary. That's his actual one, don't worry. Sorry, that last section is was very draining. Okay, Wood, what do you have up your sleeves? So he's weak to black holes. Alright. Each section is a remix of challenges we saw earlier, as Mr. Lee will probably point out. Because I see 2 sets of gimmicks for each one. Conveyors and magnets now. I'm gonna play it extremely safe and wait. My trust in the engine tonight is at an all-time low. Near all-time. The issue is if I fall there, I'm gonna take a hit from the shield attackers. And one of my critiques of this level pack is, where are all the tanks? Seriously, this is one of those cases where having more tanks would be really handy. That's alright. Again, if you're going through the stage and you want to play Druid, never go through it with Proto Man. The double damage is a killer. If I keep dying in one section, I'll just place myself again with Ace. Hello Panta, I'm going through Wily 4. One of the most frustrating parts of this. And 75% of it is not even due to level. Unfortunately. At least tomorrow morning will be much more fun. If you fall anywhere to the left, you're gonna take a hit. So... especially with this stage because of all the enemies here, and the force damage you endure if you have to go down. Okay, we made it up here. No invisible ceiling, thank good. Oh, really? Okay. Fine, if you want to pull this off, we'll do it this way. Ah, we made it. Not as painful as the ice cube section. That was a really painful downside. Well, if you're really good and experienced with the stage. In contrast with my original run, Concrete Man was a cinch. I understand for the challenge, but yeah. I'd probably prefer if Proto Man would take 50% damage, and give double damage as a different option. I know Proto Man took double damage in Mega Man 9 and 10, and even there I complained about it. For a challenge, I agree, but you should do that challenge once you complete the stage a few times. I also wish I think I complained about it during episode 419, but the special weapon set isn't the best either. It leaves quite a bit to be desired. There needs to be better rapid-firing weapons. It kinda reminds me of complaints of Mega Man 10 and its weapon set not being the best either. It doesn't even have to be the Proto Strike. It could be a faster charge shot, or a second level for the charge shot. That worked fine for me too. At least in games where Mega Man has the charge shot. Okay, we're going back down. At least there's a faster way back down. Yeah, double charge shot would be handy. Triple, that'd be a bit too extreme. It worked better for Wily too because there were less enemies. There should be 2 more bosses left. This is it, we're at the last ones. The first boss I fought against Arsenal Man. You're actually weak to the wind. Okay then. And last but not least, Skullman. It isn't the Commander Bomb. Okay, it's Scramble Thunder. I must have mixed up a weakness because I haven't used Scramble Thunder against any of the bosses yet. Against bosses, I'm fine with double damage, but it's the stage itself. Anyways, we defeated Ghosts of the Past. If I haven't made one thing abundantly clear about this stage, there are 2 things. First off, don't play this with Proto Man, do it with Mega Man or Base. Second, the Ice Cube section was brutal, even with a different character. I'll be right back in a moment. Time for the finale with Wily 5, to infinity and beyond, with 17 plays and a score of 2. I know, right, Christian? Part of it was due to my choice of character, the other which was what I've been complaining about all this time. After this, I'll give my closing thoughts in this level pack. Roadmaster stages are fine, the secret stage was difficult but fine as well. 1 and 4 were my main issues lie with. Okay, we're back to Mega Man. Is this going to be a relay level, maybe? Thank you everyone for sticking by me while I died repeatedly there. Whoa. Taking double damage also prevents players from damage boosting as much. There are legitimate uses for it, it's just that some stages they're not designed for it. Unless you're really good at dodging stuff. Or did Wily change his language setting? Oh no. Left. 6. And I like how the previous Y stages reused gimmicks and reused and refashioned gimmicks from the 8 Roadmaster levels. I will say that also the Fortress is better than the one from Mega Man 11. Certainly is much tougher too. Even for the ones that are fairly designed, there are no pushovers. Too high. Rats. Again, there are two things that also I wish this level pack had. Persistent E-tanks. I noticed the previous stage did have an E-tank right at the Force Beam section, which I'm thankful for. But I would have preferred if we can carry them over between stages too. I know, for example, Fierce Battle Bus 4 did that. And thank you for the consistent uses. And thank you for the consistent uses of the And thank you for the consistent uses of the Dines. Or how we pronounce them. The spinning top platforms. Okay, going to the right this time. And failing. Let's give it another go. That'll probably be so worth it later. I mean, now I can skip past all these enemies. Nope, I don't want to deal with you. I already have enough problems on my plate. I already got your level ID, Locoin. It'll be covered Saturday morning. I think only the Wily fortresses have spike drops. There are over 100 Roadmasters across the classic series, so I can't recall exactly. Correct me if I'm wrong. We made it. Not that difficult anyways. First is this Wily machine. You know, for this stage, playing as Spider-Man wouldn't actually be that bad. Alright, that makes it much easier. He's immune. Nope. Nope. First face down. Now all of you. Meanwhile, Cutman gets punched to death. Who's next? What is the one weapon that's most awkward to hit him with? Okay, that makes sense. And that's why I brought out the M-Tank. Following Wily tradition, it's always the most awkward weapon. It's over. One final boss. I could do Buster only, in fact it may be faster that way. I decided to use a weakness against the capsule. Alright, time to get my overall thoughts on the Super Mega Man Maker Collab. I like the Roadmaster stages, though my enjoyment of it really dropped once I entered the Wily Fortress stages. And that was not entirely due to your fault. In fact, most of the fault was due to the engine not cooperating today. On the day of 417, episode 417 that is, it cooperated mostly, so I didn't have as much frustration factor. So putting aside my subjective feelings, I think this is pretty solid. At the very least, this was a decent level pack to almost good. I would reorder some of the stages, however. Wily 1 and 4 were significantly harder than 2, 3, and 5. 5 is okay because it's a bit of a denouncement, but 1, for the first stage of Wily Fortress, really 2 should be first. It should be 2, 3, 1, then 4, then 5. Cyberman, I understand why it's more difficult because it's a secret stage. In terms of the RM stages, some are certainly harder than others, but they're roughly fine. All of them have a set number of gimmicks that are introduced gradually, escalated, and recombined at the end with a good climax section. Applied to lesser extents to the Wily fortresses. One of my main gripes, in addition to the weird difficulty curve, the difficulty curves internally in the stages usually are fine outside of some trouble spots. See one of the firewall sections in Wily 1 and the ice cube section in Wily 4, and doing the entirety bit Proto Man. One of my main gripes would be the weapon selection. I wish there were some more missile weapons or a weapon that I can spam more often, as unless you're playing as Mega Man or Base, it can be a bit awkward to hit as certain enemies. And if you're playing as Proto Man, you have the risk of double damage too. So, I'd recommend this to a somewhat skilled Mega Man Maker player. It turned out to be significantly harder than what Android Attack 3 and Fierce Battle Boss 4 were. Initially, the description said this would be as hard as Mega Man 11. It outright eclipsed it at the end. Roadmaster stages wise, about the same, but once you got to the Y stages, straight up eclipsed it. It's like we hit a difficulty spike. These were tough, somewhat fair, decent at the very least. That's why I didn't downvote any of the stages. Shame that the engine wrecked the fun for several of them. So for tomorrow morning stream, let me repeat, at 11 AM PDT, again, 11 AM PDT, I will be playing the recently released fan game, Magmal Episode 0. At this time, and I'll be streaming for about 2.5 hours to 3 hours. I've been greatly looking forward to the title, and a lot of you excited for it too. So I hope to see you all tomorrow then. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.